Hello and welcome to week 8, another week of continuing education series. My name is Heather Harris and I have the pleasure of speaking to you guys today about a really important topic to me. This is week 8 of the continuing education series and I am part of an amazing group of women. We are collaborating on this education series and so we are coming to you to bring more value to the doTERRA membership that you have. And we're here to help guide you in your oils journey. As we know with oils, there's so many different areas to learn in doTERRA. And so each of these weeks follow each other, and feel free at any time to reach out to anybody as part of this collaborative, or the person that invited you to this continuing education series. And as I said, you don't know what you don't know. So we're hoping that these continuing education series will just help to further your understanding and hopefully your passion for using essential oils in your everyday life. So I'm going to start sharing my screen. And we will jump right into essential oils and pain. With essential oils and pain, what we find is that there's so much information on this topic. And using doTERRA essential oils for about 3 years now, I've just really dove deep into how these oils can help support us during times of pain, whether that be chronic pain, emotional pain, or occasional pain. So I want you to pause here on this screen. You can take a picture of this scale if you wish, or grab a pen and paper. And I want you to write on a scale from 1 to 10. I want you to rate your pain as it stands today, or perhaps over the last few weeks, or even the last few months. We categorize pain in different categories, but what I want to draw to your attention is that we're going to highlight 3 areas of pain today. So the first area is chronic pain. Chronic pain is that type of pain that becomes part of your daily life. It's unfortunately there probably every day. And so on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being not at all to 10 being chronic pain all the time, I want you to give yourself a number between that 1 to 10 if this is you in the chronic pain category. Secondly, we look at emotional pain, because with everything going on in the current world right now, a lot of us have emotional pain from one time to another, and the heaviness is real. So if that's you and you're sitting watching this presentation, I want to draw to your attention emotional pain. So from 1 to 10, where you might be at on that scale. And again, knowing that these numbers fluctuate on a daily basis. The third area of pain that we want to look at today is occasional pain. We all fluctuate in terms of pain. We might have tired, achy, sore muscles from one day to the next. We might do a workout or fitness routine, and that can cause some occasional pain. So this would be some acute flare-ups, possibly, or maybe just a muscle that continuously gives you pain from time to time. Often this would be things like neck tension, head tension, mid-back pain. Sometimes with people that are runners, this could be tight hips, tight hamstrings, tight muscles throughout the body. So again, knowing that you have good days and bad days, where you might be on that scale. So I'm going to draw to your attention, this is our wellness pyramid. This is doTERRA's wellness lifestyle. When we start to think about each of these pieces that comprise the pyramid, we really want to look at the body systems and where our body needs the most support. When we look at the bottom of the pyramid, the foundational support is really our Lifelong Vitality Pack, which is featured here in a picture. So that includes our Alpha CRS, our Axi Omega, and our Microplex BMZ, which is a multivitamin complex. Eating right is the foundation at which we look at all of our lifestyle. And when we're talking about pain, it's really important to go back to our wellness pyramid, because sometimes what happens is our body gets out of balance in one or two of these areas, possibly multiple areas, which then can further contribute to pain in the body or discomfort. So eating right is definitely the foundational support of all of our health that builds strong bodies and strong minds. And we can support our body and use this daily supplementation to help, even if we're eating the best kind of foods. We still might be lacking the macro and the micronutrients in our foods. And so therefore, we still need to have supplements. The next foundation is our exercise and weight management. So we know that throughout the lifespan, we need to constantly move our bodies. Our bodies are not meant to stay static or not moving. So our bodies constantly need movement. It is great to sweat every day. It's great for our circulation and just our overall health and immunity. So exercise is definitely at the foundation of our pyramid. Of course, don't need to stress this again, but sleep is a big one that is constantly a problem in our society, and probably more so now with all of the stresses of the current 2020 year and even beyond, right? So we can have moments of acute stress or chronic stress, which can then lead to what we call chronic fatigue syndrome. And so this is definitely an area where oils can help support this. This could help us in the areas of emotional pain, chronic pain, or occasional pain. If we're not getting sleep, we know that our body cannot rest and recharge and rebuild those muscles. And so without sleep, you might notice that your body just feels more tired and more sore from day to day. So this is really important lifestyle factors to consider when you're talking about pain. The other area that we look at is reducing our toxic load. This is often overlooked, but when we look at our home environments and what we're putting in and around our body, we do want to consider reducing some of those toxic chemicals with various pesticides, fillers. We want to look at rehauling our cupboard and perhaps grabbing for more natural alternatives. This is where essential oils can really help us to create DIY recipes and to bring in some of those cleaning properties that essential oils are so great at doing. Then we also can switch over into our healthcare. So obviously with pain, we do know that there's lots of lifestyle factors which are part of the wellness pyramid. However, when we need self-care or when we need healthcare, we can definitely look at informed self-care. We can look at, because there is definitely times when pain might need some medical intervention or medical consultation, but we do want to think about essential oils as part of our integrated healthcare so that we're always considering lifestyle factors as a preventative measure before the pain gets to be, a 10 out of 10 or chronic pain that's constantly there. So really this is all about proactive medical care and making those choices for you or your family, depending on who's experiencing the pain. So the lifelong vitality, as I said, I wanted to go back to that as that is the building blocks and our foundation for great health and just overall wellness. So the lifelong vitality supports in all areas of the pain. So chronic pain, lifelong vitality can provide a healthy response to oxidative stress. We know that calcium, magnesium, zinc, vitamin D, these are all essential vitamins and minerals that our body so desires and needs every single day. So these supplements and lifelong vitality can help to support bone health, as well as healthy joint function and comfort. When we look at emotional pain, lifelong vitality can support mental clarity and brain functioning. The XE-omega is an omega-3 fatty acid. It can help us to stay really focused and our cognitive support. And also just looking at our gut health and our brain, the gut and the brain health connection. As we do know, there's lots of research to support that whatever's going on digestively is likely impacting mental health and cognitive functioning. We also know that lifelong vitality can support healthy functioning of eyes and the nervous system and the brain to just overall feel more energy, when you're waking up every day, which again will help with joint functioning and hopefully support you if you're experiencing pain on a chronic daily basis. The third area that Lifelong Vitality definitely supports is those occasional pain flare-ups. So we do know that these vital minerals and vitamins can help to keep your body recovering and recharging so that your optimal peak performance is achieved. Especially if you're somebody like myself who's into fitness and running and various cross-training and fitness high-intensity workouts. Our body needs time to take in those nutrients in order to recover faster. And then optimal nutrition, we do know this already, but it can help the body to speed up recovery if there is an injury that happens. So when we think about prescription pain medication, obviously there's always a time and place for that. We do want to think about some of the side effects with prescription pain medications to consider. You do want to think about, if you're off of these medications, what type of withdrawal symptoms you might have. Sometimes it's estimated that 90% of people with chronic pain are prescribed opiates and medication specifically for short-term solutions, even despite evidence indicating that the non-drug treatments may provide relief with less risk. So again, just trying to think about what might be informed self-care and taking proactive medical care. Again, digestive shutdown. So over time, we do know that pain medication can definitely slow the bowel and causing some constipation, bloating, nausea, you name it. There's lots of different symptoms that can be a side effect of taking those prescription medication for long periods of time. So tips for weaning off of pain medication would be increasing your water intake, drinking at least 4 liters of water a day. We use grapefruit and lemon essential oil as well. And also looking at other ways that you could supplement. So looking at the Lifelong Vitality, supporting your body in a natural way, helping your body to detox. We do know that oftentimes pain is a result of inflammation in the body. So how can we as proactive people take control of our health? And so taking those supplements, helping the body to naturally detox is a great way to support yourself. And again, changing the environment, looking at the toxins in the environment, looking at emotional factors in your environment that could also be contributing to more of that chronic fatigue, which then could be further exacerbating the pain symptoms. I won't spend too much time on this for sake of time here, but Symphony of the Cells is definitely an awesome thing to look at. Again, it just looks at how different essential oils that are listed here on the screen can help with just keeping everything in balance and keeping everything in check. We do know that the digestive and the lymphatic system of the body is really those areas we want to target so that we can really help to promote decreased inflammation in the body and decreased stress. So again, looking at things like frankincense, melaleuca or tea tree, lemongrass, white fern, helichrysum, and peppermint. So the website symphonyofthecells.com, I highly encourage you guys to look at as well, if this is an area that you want to focus on. So with doTERRA, there's lots of various kits, and depending on what the health goal that you identified was. So if you go back to this scale from 1 to 10 and you want to think about where you might want to up-level your health, there are various options. Joint pain is really a wonderful trio. We want to look at things like turmeric. So turmeric has so much research out there on PubMed in terms of its anti-inflammatory effects, and a capsule form is really great because that gets into the body internally in a capsule form. So lots of research from doTERRA coming out about that, about the power of turmeric capsules for the body, for joint pain, and just overall supporting the body in a healthy way. We also want to think about topical use when we have pain. So I know I love Deep Blue Rub. Deep Blue Rub is such a wonderful thing that I use whenever I'm experiencing joint pain or occasional pain from a workout. Pre or post workout certainly helps me. Has wintergreen in there, which is a nice cooling sensation. And the Deep Blue polyphenol capsule is also a wonderful way to take internally. One thing to think about is often we grab for things when we're in pain, but we want to consider taking some capsules throughout the month. So even if you're not in acute pain or chronic pain, 10 out of 10, you want to think about taking these capsules internally throughout the month. So should you have a flare-up of pain, your body already has everything it needs to handle that in the best way possible. We want to look at things like muscle pain. So muscle pain would be, again, using your turmeric capsules. Copaiba or Copaiba has so much research out there. doTERRA has lots coming out about Copaiba and its benefits overall for the nervous system and also for supporting things like emotional health. Copaiba is definitely one of those things that I will often take a drop under my tongue whenever I'm feeling muscle pain or just overall fatigue in my body. I'll grab for Copaiba. The nice thing with Copaiba is that they have the capsules that you can take internally as well. There's marjoram as an oil to support muscle pain, and again, topical use of Deep Blue Rub. When we think about emotional pain, I want to draw your attention to the diffuser because diffusing aromatically is really effective for emotional pain and just overall getting back into balance and calm. So a couple powerhouse oils here would be Elevation. So Elevation elevates mood. That's exactly what it does. It's one of our emotional oils in the aromatherapy line. And then frankincense. Frankincense has huge benefits, not only for physical pain, but emotional. And lots of research coming out in various PubMed articles about the power of frankincense. So definitely worth checking out or reaching out to the person that invited you to this Continuing Ed series. We'll be happy to set you up with some of those articles to read about frankincense. There's quite exciting things coming out about that. Adaptive is, again, lots of science behind adaptive. There's a trio here, so you can take it as a capsule. I often like to take it before bedtime to promote restful sleep. I also like to use it as an oil aromatically in the diffuser before the kids go to school, after they come home, and then also looking at the roller ball. Lots of ways you can use this, whether you bring that on your travels. If you have anxious feelings like I do during travel, I like to bring the roller ball, just roll it onto the wrist, onto the neck. Is a wonderful way to help promote that emotional wellness and grounding feeling. Then I'll just draw your attention to digestive because we do know that the gut health and brain health is so connected. And so digestive pain, we do have lots of things we can take for that. I personally love the Terrazyme. I take it prior to eating. And as a woman that has struggled with IBS all of my life, I can honestly say I can't live a day without these. I love my PB Assist, the probiotic, taking it daily. Again, lots of different ways you can use the oils to support you. So we do have for kids, we have the Tamer, and we also have Digesten or Zengest, as it's referred to. And these, as I said, can really help. You can use them topically, you can use them aromatically, you can use them internally. So the peppermint is also a wonderful internal capsule that you can take as needed. So I often will take a peppermint capsule if I've been out for dinner somewhere and I'm maybe off of my diet, and then I can take peppermint to help soothe those feelings, right, if I'm having digestive pain. Head tension and migraines is also a big area for pain, and we often hear about this, especially with stress and lack of sleep. So I will definitely draw your attention to this as a possible kit to get. And again, just ordering this as part of your loyalty rewards program. So it's called LRP. You can put this as part of your monthly order if you're experiencing this, any type of, whether it's joint pain, muscle pain, head tension. You might want to consider adding these to your cart each month to help you. Copaiba, again, lots of power behind the capsules. We do want to consider frankincense again for things like head tension. Really nice to smell that one aromatically. We do have a roller, so doTERRA has what's called Past Tense. Past Tense can be wonderful to apply topically, just around the temples or behind the ears, on the neck when we're experiencing those head tension, neck tension, which is often sometimes from poor posture or just chronic pain. And we also want to consider eucalyptus. So eucalyptus is also just very emotionally uplifting, as well as it can open up those airways. So just putting a few drops in the palm, rubbing the palms together, and making what we call a scent tent, and then breathing that in for optimal support, just to feel a little bit better. Oftentimes, you know, head tension and that sort of thing can cause us to, or at least myself, to shallow breathe. So eucalyptus can really help to promote those deep breathing, diaphragmatic breaths that can help to calm us down. Okay, so again, here's the powerhouse trio for joint pain. Here's the powerhouse for your muscle pain and emotional pain. Again, considering your diffuser for aromatherapy in the emotional pain. Again, aromatherapy can be used all the time, especially when we're talking about pain and how we can uplift ourselves and to feel better, especially given sometimes there's such an emotional component to when we have pain. We often feel feelings like frustrated or maybe hopeless or defeated, especially if we have an injury. So aromatic use is a wonderful way to use the oils. Digestive pain, as I said earlier, and head tension and migraines. Considering your lifelong vitality pack as well here, just for optimal foundational support. Okay, so for the next few minutes, I'm going to share the business aspect, because so many of us are not only using the oils, and we love the oils for our lifestyle, but we're also sharing the oils and teaching others in this process. So I want to invite you along to think about another way. A lot of us right now are looking for other ways to impact our communities and how we can up-level and uplift other people. And we're all about connection in this community. So as you can imagine, especially with the continuing education series, so much of what we do is really sharing and helping support other people. Depending on what their lifestyle is, you know, where they're at, we look at referral programs. So even just referring other people to try a sample of oil. We look at enrolling friends or getting them on board. And there's lots of ways that you can do that. So we can live the lifestyle, we can share it with our friends and our family, and we can also build a team and supplement. And in some cases, we're replacing our incomes, which is a wonderful way if you're in a need for money and you're looking for maybe starting up your own business. I'd love you to consider doTERRA as a way to get started with that, because it's a wonderful community and very supportive. So it depends on, so if you think about all of this and the commitment, you get to choose your path, which I love, because there's so much independence within doTERRA. So you get to choose, you know, if you want your products paid for, you might be looking at 3 to 4 hours a week and, you know, sharing the oils and helping to enroll people. You might also want to think about supplementing your income. You might also be working, having another job on top of doTERRA. So again, maybe looking at 10 to 15 hours a week at plus or minus, and looking at customers and maybe builders within your team. Builders are other people that can join in with you on the same mission that you're on, to really create a wonderful lifestyle, not only for yourself, but also for your team and your customers. And again, there's another way of completely replacing your income, and that's quite a few people as well in doTERRA. So 15 to 30 hours a week or more, more or less, depending on your schedule. And again, looking at just building that bigger customer base, and looking at building builders and helping become a leader in your community, which is really important, especially now. We get to empower people, and that's what we love about doTERRA. So success is always scheduled. We know that. We make a plan, because if we don't make a plan, we plan to fail. So that's the thing. We always want to think about success and scheduling it on a weekly basis and even on a month-to-month basis. There's lots of support. We do intros to oils classes. We do basic business trainings, wellness consults, continuing education classes, which is part of what you're watching now. We do team calls and strategy sessions with builders and leaders, and contacting and following up is such a big part of our business as well. We like to stay connected with our customers, and so this is one way that we can continue to have those wellness consults and continuing education to really empower and educate people. Okay, so normally we do in-person classes, but right now we have, many of us have gone online to teaching virtually. Here's an example of a build guide. So if you were interested in considering doTERRA as a business building, doTERRA has a really wonderful way of explaining how to do that process. So we call it building a pipeline. So if you're interested in any of this, please reach out to the person that invited you to this continuing ed, and they'd be happy to walk through the process with you. Again, wellness consults is a really nice opportunity to help people to live the lifestyle of doTERRA. And as you're watching now, there's lots of different topics for continuing education series, and we often add on more topics as the need arises. So if you do have a topic that's not covered, please mention it to one of us. We'd be happy to expand our continuing education series. Again, team calls, strategy calls. This is a really nice way to stay in touch with your community, making friends. I often say that's the best part of our job, is making friends. And contacting and following up, often that's done through dailymentorcalls.com. So we use that, and we also look at meeting new people and new networks. So we often go globally across the world, which is a lovely way to stay connected through social media. Elise Chedevy is one of our favorite people in doTERRA. She is a part of a free training, so dailymentorcalls.com, if this is something that you're interested in for beginning to build a business with doTERRA. So I'm going to end off here by sharing a quote with you, because I really think this resonates with me in terms of what doTERRA is all about. So when you share doTERRA products, you bring hope and wellness to the people you love, your community, and ultimately the world. Selling the doTERRA way is about service. One drop at a time and one person at a time, we are serving the world with wellness solutions. I want to draw to your attention that we provide hope, we provide wellness, we are servers, we are serving others, which I love about this business, is that we get to make those friends, those connections, and really serving your community. And we help to provide wellness solutions. So thinking about the oils as ways that you can incorporate into all areas of your life. Okay, so with that, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And just want to thank each and every one of you for staying with us on the 8 weeks. So I was so lucky to do the 8th week for continuing education series. So I hope this has been helpful, and please reach out with any questions or concerns with the person that invited you to the class today. So take care, everyone. Bye-bye.